The first half of this video is extremely terrible quality.
What's up, guys? I have been really interested in talking about real life stuff and topics that are flying around the internet, especially very recently. So I'd just like to discuss them and how I feel about them. I want to start this off by also saying that you can feel how you want to feel about gay people and the LGBT whatever. This is what I feel and what I think should be the norm for how this so-called disease or mental illness, whatever you think it is, hopefully no one that's homophobic is watching this, and if you are, just let, hear people out. This shouldn't even really have to be said. I feel shouldn't ever have to explain why you think you're gay, why you're the way you are. I don't think that has to be even mentioned because it's not something that should be cared about. The main arguments I've seen about homophobia and why it is wrong to be any part of LGBT in general is that it's wrong. Main points of where that trickles from is I can really only think of 2 or 3 main points that people always make and stick to that really there's nothing to back it up with. The first one is usually always about the Bible, God, or Christianity in general. Not everyone believes in religion or follows Christianity in general at all. So why do you think that that has any kind of excuse or value as to why you're opposed to this lifestyle, as you weird people may want to call it? It doesn't help if you've, from as you were a kid to up to now, all of this stuff being feeded to you about how it's wrong, and I can only understand that to a certain extent because that's not anyone's problem that you were taught things that you now disagree with. That's no one's problem, and that's actually just your own. But trying to use the Bible or anything it says in it remotely about the traditional life of how Adam and Eve, men and women, that is not a fact. That is just an opinion that is so widely spread that you need to be with the opposite gender. I do not. And if you want to be with the opposite gender, because I know yes, most people are straight, but I don't have to be that. And you're not going to tell me that I have to. Or anyone else for that fact. Second part of it is just thinking it's like cringe or like gross or weird. I don't care. I haven't dealt with many instances of personal interactions with homophobia, and I'm very fortunate to not have experienced genuine hatred compared to what a lot of people have gone through, hurt, being killed, so many things so maliciously and intent make it seem like it is wrong and disgusting. But the internet really just kind of takes the cake for it. I don't even have to see or meet or know these people at all. At all. You are the only people thinking that based on how you were raised, what your religion is. I couldn't even say that that's immoral. That's not what you want. So why does it matter what someone else wants? Mostly I've seen it's predominantly guys that think it's gay, gross, and women, you're either one or another, which I can understand that argument. Being transgender is, I'm not going to say actually different because I'm not trans and I'm not going to speak for anyone that is. So that's how it should be with straight people and gay people. You don't have to understand, but you don't gotta be mean. Why is there a disconnect there? I've never asked someone that's straight how they knew they were straight. Obviously you don't have to because it's just what from, the earth being the earth up to now considered normal and what it has always been because of reproduction, and I don't have to reproduce, That's another common argument is men and women need to have children, need to have family. It's all this just like always roots back to Christianity, which again, not everybody believes in. Also contradicts the weird argument of it's forced on us. They're making us gay. I don't know a single person who has ever had that intent, and I don't think there ever has been. It's like some weird idea that like genuinely made up in their mind, and it's so commonly misused and oversaid that like people believe that that is happening. I have never seen an instance of someone walking up to someone and forcing them to be gay. But you know what I have seen? I have seen people walking up to random strangers on the street. Why don't you believe in God? Why aren't you a Christian? That is odd and very hypocritical to me. Why is it suddenly weird if I talk about being gay? Just even like talking about it being a thing that exists is so like unnatural. And like, I don't have to explain why I'm gay, and you don't have to explain why you're a Christian and are religious. These are two completely different things that have nothing to do with each other. And that's what a lot of the common argument towards like straight people that are homophobic have, is that, well, this is right and that's wrong. I don't give a fuck. You think is right and what's wrong. Just don't make it, like if you don't think being gay is right, then keep it to yourself. Or go to people and like try to tell them what you think about it. You can't just like think that, oh well, I'm right and I just said it to you and that's it. People that try to have debates about it, they don't debate, they talk first and they interrupt, and they always roots back to, you know, it's gross, it's unnatural, Christianity. Like I said, the three things. Always like spew so much nonsense. Statistics, you can't measure a level of gayness, you can't measure how many people are gay. You can have statistics about money and economy because those are numbers that can be tracked. You can't track all the gay people, you can't track them. They're everywhere. After these homophobic people have their argument and what they've said, everything that the next person, like if I try to debate and have my own rebuttal, it is always just, I hear you and I'm looking at you, but I don't actually care because it doesn't matter because I'm right. So that's not an argument, that's just being selfish and unaware completely of other people's emotional feelings. My camera died. If I genuinely cannot feel any love or attraction like that way, like more than a friend way, towards the opposite gender, what makes you think that I would choose that? Why would you choose to be straight? Because you don't. You just are. And it's the same thing around. There are probably like hundreds of millions of people who feel the same. I would hundreds of millions, or just maybe, I don't know, maybe it's in the... Why would you think all of these people just made it up? I feel like that's so obvious, too great of a number to it just be some facade that you think we just made up. I have no idea what it's like to feel for the same gender, and I don't know the opposite. You have no way of, like, an argument to say that it is a choice, because it's not. And you're not going to tell me that's a choice, because I don't give a fuck, and it's not. So pretty much my point is, all of these so-called defense mechanisms and arguments as to why it is wrong, none of them are an actual fact. I, as a gay person, a lot of the LGBT, like, we can't give like facts or statistics, or because it's not a countable number, it's not a measurable amount. It's like a spectrum of, if you are straight, completely straight, don't feel for the opposite gender or same gender, cool. You're completely gay, could never feel an attraction towards the same, or the opposite. You get what I mean? Why does it fucking matter? And I just know if I was straight, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's like misguided that gay people are just like this different category. Racism is for some people understandable, but then when it's gay people, oh fuck no! Obviously, these are both like crazy things that you would hate someone for a certain thing about their life that they can't control. I'm not gonna go to conversion therapy because it's not real. It's brainwashing. You think the LGBT is brainwashing straight people, it's literally the fucking opposite. I just cannot think of a single instance in my entire life or any gay person's entire life that would like genuinely affect another person that disagrees with gay people. Nothing that I'm like seeing or like I ran through hundreds and hundreds of like articles and topics about, you know, I mean I used to question myself, like, am I gay? BuzzFeed quizzes, hello? Like, we remember. I wouldn't, this topic should not have to be explained in any way. So I hope this gives some clarity as to why this is a matter of discussion that is like so much more important than like pedophiles and like why is this gay people are like the worst thing to ever exist. And I'm just trying to exist. While all this shit is on your mind about how much it affects literally nothing, just bullshit you're pulling out of your ass, just making up scenarios in your head that like, well, yeah, gay people go in the bathrooms, trans people go in the bathrooms. Literally, where did that come from? It's like the main argument for like transphobic people is immediately jumping to like the fact of a trans person in a bathroom would like assault a child. That's like, I don't know. What are you talking about? This is so weird that this has to be even like said or discussed or it's something that is even talked about. You just get one life and you're preaching about like how everyone needs to be traditional and live the same bullshit fucking American dream, family, who cares? And like, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna live how I wanna live and so is everybody else. Nobody that is gay, I don't know. I speak for like almost every gay person, I feel like. This has all been created to a problem of like trying to like better the hierarchy of Christianity because I'm gonna be honest, that is like the majority of people that hate on gay people. I'll never understand why. Being a Christian, I thought was supposed to be all love and understanding and wishing the best for people, and it's completely been erased to nope, strict rules, strict this, yep, Republican, yes. It's just all like, you have to be certain fucking, like, no. We're all making this weird shit up that, like, is not real. It's all in your head. You can sit there and say, like, homophobia isn't really, like, a big problem. I understand, like, there's wars, there's, like, murders, there's crazy shit happening. People describe it as being, like, worse than those terrible things is very concerning. What are you really caring about? In your free time, what are you doing? Worrying about someone else that has no effect on you. But yeah, pretty much stop being a hateful piece of shit because I don't think God would like that, you know? Stop forcing your Christian life on me. I believe in God too. Like, you really just can't have shit no more.